Hey Jake, just letting you know I left work early today.
Huh? Why? Are you not feeling well or something?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling well this morning, but tried to push through. I've been here since 7 a.m. trying to get ahead on the Henderson project. The morning sickness has been really bad. I couldn't keep working today. Can't exactly throw up at my desk, and staying in the bathroom all day would just cause problems for everyone. So I had to leave early.
You've been using this morning sickness excuse a lot lately.
It started getting worse last week. I tried those ginger tablets you suggested, but it didn't work.
Did you even try to do anything else to make it go away a bit?
I was in the bathroom for 2 hours straight. My supervisor noticed.
So you're making a scene at work now?
I was physically ill.
Is it really that bad? I mean, you're still eating fine. If you're that nauseous, shouldn't you not be able to eat?
I tried working through lunch. That made it worse.
You're not answering my question about eating.
I've been trying to manage it the best I can. My doctor gave me specific instructions on how to deal with this since I am struggling.
What doctor? When did you see a doctor?
The appointment was on Tuesday at 2. I marked it on our shared calendar. It was my prenatal checkup. I told you about it.
Well, I don't check the calendar, and I don't remember you telling me about it. To me, you're eating fine, and it's weird you're only sick when you're not eating. Usually when someone is sick, they don't even want to eat. So, it sounds like an excuse to get out of work to me.
That's not how it works. Actually, eating helps reduce the nausea.
What? That makes no sense. What kind of morning sickness is that?
Doctor said small meals every few hours helps.
So you're snacking all day at work?
Only when needed to prevent getting sick.
That sounds not bad at all. You get to snack all day.
It's about blood sugar levels. I've been reading the pregnancy books my doctor recommended.
So now you're a medical expert from reading some books?
Every pregnant woman experiences it differently. There's a lot of variation.
You seem to have an answer for everything.
I'm just sharing what my doctor told me.
These doctors are making you soft.
I'm just trying to explain what I'm going through.
Sounds more like an excuse pregnant women use when they don't want to work.
That's not true. Morning sickness is really awful. Some women even have to be hospitalized because of it.
You're being dramatic now.
Lisa from accounting had it even worse than me last year. She even needed IV fluids to get hydrated.
I don't care about Lisa from accounting, but you can eat, so obviously you're not that bad.
The eating only helps temporarily.
Stop making excuses.
Well, maybe not.
Look, I have meetings all afternoon. Just get back to work tomorrow.
The doctor recommended I take the rest of the week off. My supervisor already approved it.
You went over my head?
Since when do I need your permission for sick leave?
I'm your husband. I should know these things first.
Sure, but I don't need your permission. And it just happened since my supervisor saw me struggling.
You're gonna take time off when you're close to your due date anyway, so you should push through now. Don't make trouble for your company.
The company has a pregnancy policy that covers this.
Those policies are for weak people.
Everyone at work is really understanding. There were lots of parents there, and we all help each other out.
Sounds like you've been complaining to them about your condition.
They noticed I was sick. I didn't have to say anything. That's how bad it has been. They're all supportive, and I am so grateful.
What about the employees without kids? They're just picking up your slack. It pisses me off seeing you slack off like this. Are you even taking your job seriously?
I still complete all my work. It's not like I stop everything I'm doing and leave it all to them.
From the bathroom?
I am good at what I do, and my team has been really accommodating. They redistribute the work fairly.
So you admit others are doing your work?
I make up for it when I'm feeling better.
That's not how real jobs work.
You don't have to be so harsh, and I really am sick. What's wrong with leaving early occasionally for a legit reason? It's not like it affects you.
It affects our household income.
I have sick days for this exact reason.
If you're not going to work, at least go visit your parents.
You know that's impossible.
Stop being dramatic.
I already told you I can't drive right now.
Since when? You drove yesterday?
Yesterday was better. Today, I'm dizzy and I don't feel safe driving.
See? Excuses again. You're always making excuses.
I can't drive in this condition. I would rather not.
Just take some plastic bags with you, or eat while driving, since that supposedly helps.
I almost passed out this morning.
You never mentioned that before.
Yeah, this is not a joke. It is incredibly dangerous. I could black out while driving.
Now you're just being ridiculous.
The food only helps a little. It doesn't make me completely better.
When did you become so helpless?
Being cautious isn't being helpless.
You used to be more independent.
I'm not helpless. I'm being responsible about my health.
Stop making excuses. If you're not gonna work, at least do something around the house. Don't just lay around all day because of a little morning sickness. You've been so lazy since this morning sickness started. I'd love to see what your parents think about this.
Please don't bring them into this. I wish I could see my parents too, but they're both gone. I really wanted to have them around for the birth.
Here we go with the dead parents story again.
That's cruel, even for you. What is wrong with you?
You bring them up every time you want sympathy.
How can you be so cold about this?
Maybe that's why you turned out this way. No proper upbringing. Maybe I made a mistake marrying someone without parents.
Oh, wow. You're crossing a line. How could you say that?
You cross it first by always mentioning them.
First of all, you knew about my parents before we got married.
Yeah, but I didn't know you'd use it as an excuse for everything.
When have I ever used it as an excuse?
Every time things get hard, like right now.
I never use it as an excuse.
You bring it up every time you want sympathy.
That's not true, and you know it.
It's exactly true, like right now.
Stop it. Why would you say something so cruel? You are unbelievable. My parents dying isn't something I should toughen up about.
Everything's always about your tragic past.
I barely even mention them.
Because you're being a baby about everything.
You're being intentionally cruel now.
Someone needs to give you a reality check.
I can't believe you're using my parents' death to attack me.
If they were here, they'd probably agree with me.
You didn't even know them.
I feel like I do at this point.
You have no right to speak for them.
Just get out of the house and do something productive.
I hate to bother you at work, but could you possibly get off early today?
Why?
I've been trying not to disturb your meetings.
Just tell me what's wrong now.
My supervisor insisted I message you.
Just tell me what's going on.
Karen from HR is here with me.
Why is HR involved?
They're following company protocol.
What protocol?
I know you have that meeting you can't skip, but I'm at the hospital. I collapsed at work and they brought me here by ambulance. I'm on an IV now and they say I can probably go home this evening. Could you come pick me up?
Which hospital?
Memorial Downtown, room 304.
How much is this gonna cost us?
Insurance covers it.
There's still a deductible, and you collapsed at work? Way to cause trouble for everyone.
The whole department saw it happen.
Must have been a big scene.
My team had to stop everything to help me.
Great, more drama at your workplace.
The paramedics said I was lucky my coworkers acted so quickly. I was unconscious.
They could have called me first.
That's your first response? I'm pregnant and in the hospital, and that's what you say? Shouldn't you be checking if I'm okay or showing some concern? I can text, so I must be fine. Just because I can go home today doesn't mean it's not serious.
Fine, what did the doctors say?
They're doing blood work now.
How long will that take?
The doctor just came by with the results.
And?
The nurse says my levels are dangerously low.
And?
It's from the morning sickness. They said I have dehydration, malnutrition, and anemia. The doctor says I need to rest for a while. So, is it okay for me to take time off work?
Are you kidding? Of course not. I counted on you to keep working until you give birth. It affects our income.
Did you hear what I just said?
You're still conscious, aren't you?
The doctor wrote a note for my work.
I don't care what the doctor wrote.
They're saying this is serious.
Every doctor says that.
But the doctor told me to rest. He told me I should get bed rest.
Are you gonna die if you don't rest?
The baby could. You're unbelievable.
Now you're just being dramatic.
My health and the baby's health are at risk.
Doctors say that to everyone. Besides, resting won't make morning sickness go away, right? So what's the point? The only time you're allowed to take off is right before the birth.
The doctor literally just told me otherwise.
Doctors don't know everything.
The doctor said I could lose the baby if I don't rest.
You're being dramatic again.
These are medical facts.
Medical opinions, okay? Just their opinions.
Why do you keep dismissing me like this? Even my work is telling me to take time off.
Your work is too soft on you.
They're following medical advice.
Society's too soft on pregnant women. I'm not gonna coddle you, and you never help around the house either. Would it kill you to wash some dishes? You never even bring in the laundry.
The doctor just said I need bed rest.
That's not a real medical term.
I can barely stand without getting dizzy.
See, I told you, all you do is give me more excuses.
Have you even Googled pregnancy complications?
I've done my research.
Then you should know better. I'm literally in the hospital right now.
And?
The IV in my arm says otherwise.
IVs are temporary.
That's way too controlling.
Let me explain something to you about biology.
Here we go.
Look, morning sickness varies by person, right? Biologically speaking, wouldn't women with bad morning sickness be considered defective? That makes you an unfit mother.
Where did you read that nonsense?
Scientific forums.
You're not a doctor or a biologist.
I read about evolution online.
On what website?
Natural health forums.
What? How does that make any sense?
It's basic science, natural selection.
That's not how evolution works.
Think about it. If wild animals got morning sickness, they'd die. They'd be easy prey. So having bad morning sickness means you're biologically inferior, right?
Many mammals experience morning sickness.
Prove it.
The doctor explained this is a normal pregnancy symptom.
Doctors just say that to make weak women feel better.
I can show you medical studies.
Those are biased. I don't need them.
You're making huge leaps in logic here.
I'm just being rational.
You're being pseudoscientific.
Big words don't make you right.
We're not wild animals, okay? That is so stupid of you to compare human pregnancy to animals. Everyone has human rights, regardless of their physical condition. Stop talking about people like they're objects, calling them defective or inferior.
You're getting emotional instead of logical.
These are actual medical facts.
Facts I disagree with.
Morning sickness can actually be a sign of a healthy pregnancy.
Now you're just making things up.
The doctor literally explained this to us at the first appointment. Don't you remember?
You're twisting what they said. I still think it means you're weak.
Medical science disagrees with you.
I wish I'd married someone who doesn't get morning sickness.
Maybe you should have married a robot instead.
Don't get smart with me.
That's rich coming from someone who doesn't understand basic biology.
I understand plenty.
And I wish I'd married someone with basic human compassion.
There you go with the emotional manipulation again.
Asking for basic care isn't manipulation.
Basic empathy isn't manipulation. Real strength means pushing through discomfort.
Real strength means knowing your limits. Real strength means knowing when to rest and recover.
You're just proving my point about being weak.
You're just proving my point about lacking compassion.
You're still not home. The house is a mess. Breakfast dishes are still out. Where are you slacking off now?
I've been thinking a lot today.
About the dishes?
About our marriage.
What about it?
I made a decision today.
What are you talking about? You don't make a decision without me. I told you, you always need to tell me first.
I packed some bags this morning.
What bags?
I left. I'm not coming to work tomorrow, and I won't be doing any housework either.
Is this some kind of joke?
No joke. I'm done. I am done with you.
You can't just leave like this.
I already did.
Left? Are you serious? The morning sickness is too much to handle? You can do your own housework from now on.
I've been doing all the housework anyway.
You'll be back by dinner anyway. Where did you even go?
Somewhere safe.
Safe from what? Don't be ridiculous. Pregnancy isn't an illness. Don't use morning sickness as an excuse.
My doctor disagrees with you.
Since when do you listen to doctors more than me? They don't know anything about you, and I am your husband. My opinion matters more than his.
No, I respect what the doctor says.
Stop hiding behind doctor's orders.
The hospital records speak for themselves.
Those are just papers.
Is that all you have to say? Really? You worthless excuse for a husband!
Watch your mouth. Do you know what you're saying? You don't get to talk to me that way.
I should have said it months ago. I had been way too patient with you.
Who are you calling worthless? Just because you're weak doesn't mean you get to disrespect your husband.
The man who left his wife alone in the hospital?
You could get home by yourself.
Could I? Sure. But as a husband, you should have come pick me up. But you didn't. Because you clearly don't care about the life of your wife or child.
Of course I care. I'm providing for you. Why do you think I keep the roof over your head? I work so I can provide for you.
A bank account isn't love. I don't care how much you bring in. You didn't care for me when I was struggling or even when I was in the hospital. Just because you bring some money doesn't make you the husband of the year. Your actions speak for themselves. You ignored every warning sign. The signs were there from the start.
What warning signs?
Where should I start? The control? The neglect? Normal people worry when their pregnant wife collapses. They check if the baby is okay. But you didn't care at all, and you still wanted me to work the next day. That's basically attempted murder.
Attempted murder? Are you serious right now? Do you even understand what you're saying? You're being way too dramatic. Stop it!
The doctors disagree.
What's wrong with you? I just don't tolerate minor ailments.
Dehydration and malnutrition aren't minor, and it affects your wife and the baby.
You're still going on about that?
What you think is normal is actually insane to everyone else. When I went to work the next day, everyone was shocked. They thought I'd be resting or doing light housework. When I told them you made me come in, they were horrified. They told me I should absolutely divorce you. They could not believe how you treat me.
Your co-workers need to mind their business. Don't listen to them. You're not married to co-workers, are you? Their opinions shouldn't matter here.
They're more familiar than you've been. They have been my support system all this time, when you are supposed to be the one.
Wait, so you've been gossiping about me at work? How embarrassing. Who do they think they are? Tell them to mind their own business and get a life!
The entire office saw me collapse. They all care about me, unlike you.
You're turning people against me.
They saw everything themselves. I didn't need to tell them. They knew something wasn't right.
You've been bad-mouthing me to everyone.
You did that yourself.
Where are you anyway? When are you coming home?
I am with people who care about me.
Who? You don't have anyone else?
Actually, I do. I don't think I can safely have this baby if I stay with you. You don't care when I collapse. You probably wouldn't care if something happened to the baby either. I can't trust you.
Oh, there you go again. You're overreacting again. Being so dramatic and all. What are you trying to do here?
That I'm done putting the baby at risk.
The baby is fine. I told you. You just need to figure out how to deal with the pregnancy.
I had to leave you to protect myself and our baby, but I wanted to give you one last chance. Any interest in changing your ways?
Are you threatening me?
I'm giving you a choice.
You don't give me choices.
Your parents agree with me.
My parents? What do they have to do with this?
They know everything now.
Don't mess with me. Don't think you can just come back without consequences. You'll regret standing up to me.
That's exactly why I left.
You have nowhere to go anyway.
Your parents think differently. I see that you're not going to change. I understand now, you deadbeat.
You'll be back when you run out of money.
Your parents are helping me.
They wouldn't dare! You better know you'll be getting more than just a lecture when you get back.
Keep threatening me. I'm saving all these messages. I'm keeping every single threat.
Yeah, whatever. What are you gonna do with it?
Seriously? Are you stupid? I'm not coming back tonight or any other night.
What? Then when are you coming back? Where are you anyway?
At your parents' house.
You went to my parents'?
They welcomed me immediately. They have been so nice to me.
Why my parents? I mean, since your parents are gone and you don't have friends nearby, there's nowhere else you could go, I guess.
They're good people, unlike you.
They're my parents, of course they are.
Your mother was horrified when I showed her my hospital papers.
You showed them private medical documents?
They wanted to see them.
Those were private!
It is my medical records, so I can show them. You have no right to say anything about what I do with my private documents. They needed to know the truth, how you treat me during my sickness.
Running to my parents' house during a marriage crisis? How stupid can you get? I'm coming there. I'll drag you home if I have to. You're going home.
Your father already knows you might try that.
Dad won't stop me. What's he gonna do?
Want to test that theory? Your father has a message for you. He says, "Try it, you idiot son. I'll throw you out myself." So you probably shouldn't come.
You're lying. Dad wouldn't say that.
He's standing right here.
Put him on the phone.
He doesn't want to speak to you, nor your mother. They are so disappointed in you.
What? Dad really said that?
Every word.
He can't mean it.
They've been recording all your messages to me.
You showed them our private conversations too?
Yep, every single one.
Those were private!
Your mom says, "You shameless thing, you're no son of mine." Your siblings who live nearby came over yesterday too. We had a family meeting about what to do next. When I told them how you've been treating me, everyone was furious.
You turned my whole family against me? How dare you? What have you told them? I bet you lied to them and all. This is not acceptable.
They made their own decisions. I didn't have to lie or make up anything. They read all the messages where you were so cruel to me all this time. They saw how you act towards me and treat me with their own eyes.
No, you manipulated them. They're my parents. How dare you? Why am I the one they're mad at? You're the one being lazy and slacking off. They should be mad at you. You used all the excuses to not work or do anything productive around the house. You were full of excuses. That's the part they need to see.
They saw the doctor's reports themselves. They know how bad it has been for me and how much I struggled.
Those reports are exaggerated!
The doctors and you don't seem to agree.
Doctors always exaggerate!
That's just how you are, isn't it? I realize nothing I say will get through to you. You believe in your own head that you know the best and you are the only thing that matters in this marriage. I have been patient with you and thought you would change someday, but that never happened. So I decided to keep my distance from you. I'm staying here until the baby is born. I guess you could call it a separation, but I am not coming back to the house.
You can't decide that on your own. You need to ask me first. I'm your husband.
Watch me.
I have rights. I'm the father of the baby, too. I have rights. Don't be stupid. What about my meals? What about laundry and all the chores?
Are you serious right now?
I work all day.
You're worried about food at a time like this? Are you kidding me? I'm not cooking for you. You're not a child. Take care of yourself. All the cleaning, laundry, and cooking? That is all on you now. I am not coming back. I'm not your housekeeper.
This isn't what marriage is supposed to be like. You're supposed to do all that. You're too lazy to do anything, and now you get to use the pregnancy as an excuse on top of that. You need to do all the wife's work. Don't call me stupid. Watch how you talk to me. And since when does a wife go to her in-laws for maternity leave? That's insane. Get out of there now and come home. Don't bother them. You did enough already.
Your mother offered before I even asked.
She's betraying me!
Your parents suggested it themselves. How is everyone in your family so kind except you? Are you some kind of mutation or something?
They're being manipulated by you. I don't understand why they're treating you like their own. You're just a stranger, basically.
They're being human. I am their daughter-in-law, and I am carrying their grandchild. It's called being human, and that is something you don't know how to be, apparently. It is crazy how you are so inhuman, and they are so good and kind to me. You guys are fully opposite.
Don't be ridiculous! You know, just because you got my family on your side doesn't change the fact that I'm your husband. My opinion matters the most still, so... Fine, stay there if you want. Even if you beg to come back, I won't let you in.
Your threats mean nothing now, and I will stay here as long as they let me. Even if they kick me out, I will not come back to you.
You'll regret this. You're making a big mistake here.
No, I won't regret this a bit. This is for me and the baby. I am doing the right thing, and I know it already. I should have known a long time ago. I never want to go back to that prison you call home. You treat me like trash, and I will not let you do that to me ever again. I am not your housekeeper. The baby and I deserve so much more and better than you. We are done, and I hope we can get a divorce quickly for our sake.
You'll regret this! Do whatever, you idiot!
Your family is already talking to divorce lawyers for me, thankfully. His parents have been amazing. They even set me up with a new place in Georgia. His mom comes by sometimes to help with the baby. She says it's to make up for her good-for-nothing son's behavior. His parents adore their grandchild and want to stay involved in our lives. Meanwhile, he doesn't even know my new address since the divorce. His parents told him, if you want any inheritance, you better pay proper child support. So he has been sending about $2,000 a month to my account. I am so grateful how supportive they have been to me and the baby. But from what I hear, his parents barely speak to him anymore. I heard he got sick recently. Apparently, he tried reaching out to family for support, but they shut him down quick and cold. So now he is the one dealing with the illness all alone. How pathetic. Everything he did to me has come back around to him. Honestly, good riddance. What goes around comes around. I am a strong believer of everyone should be kind to others. The kindness you give will return to you. I want to live by those words.